As a Cabinet Minister with key responsibilities for COVID, I know just how tough that period was for all politicians, federal and state. So I do wish him well. It is a bit of a surprise, but I think what today will mark is a fundamental transformation in the politics in Western Australia, because we will go from the politics of the single person, the cult of the personality, which has really sucked the oxygen out of the political debate in Western Australia, because it has been all about one man. And
That's quite a compliment to Mark McGowan.
Well, it might be a compliment to him being a great politician, but it's come at the great detriment to the state of Western Australia. So you asked me about the WA Liberals. The party has been slowly rebuilding. We've got, under the great leadership of our new president, Caroline de Russo, with Libby Mettam, who is absolutely doing a magnificent job of focusing on the issues that matter.
Mark McGowan has announced his unexpected departure from politics. Having been Premier of Western Australia since 2017 and led Labor to what was by some distance the most sweeping election victory ever recorded in Australia in 2021, professing himself exhausted, as well as initiating a by-election in his seat of Rockingham, which should be purely a formality for Labor. It also leaves open the question of the next Premier. The West Australian reports this will either be Deputy Premier Roger Cook or Health Minister Amber Jade Sanderson. Update. The West Australian has a piece on potential successors that further includes Transport and Planning Minister Rita Saffioti, who I would have assumed to be a contender. Criticism was even harsher when Mr. McGowan postponed his initial border opening date. However, he consistently argued his approach helped keep West Australians safe and bolstered WA's economy while the rest of the country struggled. Mr. McGowan was allegedly targeted with threats on several occasions by people who were opposed to his hard stance on border controls and mandatory vaccinations. He also engaged in a legal stoush with mining magnate Clive Palmer that cost WA taxpayers $2 million, centered around a war of words over WA's border controls and one of Mr. Palmer's mining projects. The Premier said the stress of the political battleground throughout the pandemic played a significant role in his decision to resign. The COVID experience. Basically 3 years. Having to deal with all that. And all the pressure that was associated with that drained me a lot, he said. WA has enjoyed huge budget surpluses throughout Mr. McGowan's second term off the back of iron ore royalties and GST payments. The state is set to record a $4.2 billion surplus this year. A figure that rivals the federal surplus but falls short of the even bigger purses of $5.7 billion and $5.6 billion recorded in the years before. Outside his role as a pandemic premier, Mr. McGowan also took on the challenge of overhauling WA's transport infrastructure with his flagship Metronet election promise in 2017. The project has been bogged down by delays and thrown off its initial rollout schedule. With the McGowan government pointing at COVID-19 and the state's heated construction market as unavoidable causes. The most recent major progression was the opening of a rail link from the airport to Perth CBD in October 2022, with other major milestones due in coming years. I'd like to open some of the new rail lines. I'd like to see the passing of some of our legislative reform, equal opportunities laws, and the gun laws, and the planning laws. And a whole range of other social reforms that will make the state stronger and better, he said. I'll be able to do, but he didn't.